So there is a chance then that this bone might be broken given.
Pursuing education involves a lot of ups and downs. The strength to keep going comes from staying really connected with your family and your community.
It wasn't until I moved to school in town when I started to compare myself to other students and realized how poor I was. Some of the challenges that I found growing up on the reserve were the poverty that was around, the socioeconomic status of the reserve itself, and some of the alcoholism and drug addiction issues that are on reserve. Basically, what I took from my experiences growing up was I knew how I didn't want to be, and I knew I wanted to break the cycle. I knew I wanted to have a better life for my children so that they didn't have the exposure to drugs and alcohol. And it helped me realize how I didn't want to live.
Because we started off on social assistance, it left us impoverished with not a whole lot of money and resources. And my mom was always working to overcome the barrier that poverty faced us with.
Summer, how you doing? Good.
We were listening to Kevin Sheaf speak, and he said something that really spoke to me. He said, as Aboriginal people, there's always hurdles to overcome, but we never sit here and talk about these hurdles like we can overcome them. We start discussing, how are we going to get around this? How are we going to do this? Because we are going to do this.
When you're indulging in alcohol or drugs or anything like that that weren't, the Creator didn't mean for you to put in your body, the spirits that protect you are not there.
I put my healing off on hold, and I did fall from it. We're all human beings, we all share similar ups and downs. If you have positive or negative feelings, get them out. Talk to people, talk to your family members. Tell somebody, don't ball up everything inside. You could end up, like me, having a breakdown.
One of the biggest challenges that I had to face was the loss of my husband. I had 4 little kids at the time. About 2 months later, I got the call afterwards for the Parks Canada job. I was the Employment Equity Officer for Parks Canada. And they told me I had to move up there. And so I packed my kids up, and I felt that, I had nothing to lose. The park is so beautiful. I think it was getting back to nature, going for walks, going through that healing process. I really feel that the Creator knew how hurt I was, and just brought me there to heal.
If you have something to work towards, you'll always constantly be trying to improve yourself.
During one of the terms, I was struggling with the courses. I had the daughter to take care of, I had the assignments to do. I almost couldn't do it. But then I remembered I had to keep telling myself to ask for help, ask for help. And sure enough, the instructors and the staff at the UC understand what you're going through. Ask for help every time you need it.
Sometimes there's nothing wrong with taking a break and living life for a while. But but as you're doing that, utilize what you're learning on a daily basis.
You need to know that there are people out there that are watching, that do believe and that do want to help us to move forward and to have that life that you always want, and to believe in yourself and know that you are loved and that you do matter.
Take care of number one, and that's yourself, because you got to take care of yourself in order first before you can take care of other people.
Even if there are times where you give up, you can still get back on track. You can still turn things around. You can jump over hurdles, and then when you're done, you can say, I did this and I'm here now.
Regardless of what you do and what you've endured, always have that hope. Keep pushing forward. Ask questions.
It can be done. It's not impossible to overcome something like I went through. A lot of people have gone through that, and they have that power within them to give themselves a better life.
You never give up, no matter how many speed bumps that you hit in your life. These types of bumps give us the strength that we need to be able to move forward in our lives.
for the single moms or for the young moms out there. I was in that position. I know it's hard. I know you're tired. I know there's a lot of pressure on you, but you have to remember that everything that you do is for your children. Everything you do is for your babies, and you want to create a better life for your children.
Every day I wake up knowing that I have a roof over her head. I have food on the table for her. Like, I could support her on my own. That's what makes me happy.
Just keep going, and even if you do fall down or if life happens, which it will, you know, it's gonna happen. Just to get up and keep going and don't stop.
I don't look at it as a dark place anymore. I look at my healing journey from my past as a place of learning, as a place of many teachings. I would not change anything from my past because I wouldn't be who I am today.
All right, here, Dylan. This is gonna help you breathe better, okay? Every cloud does have its silver lining, and if you stick through it and persevere, you're gonna make it.
My largest challenge to get where I am today is just believing in myself that I could do it. The only person stopping me was me. It took me 3 years to complete out of the 2 years that it's supposed to, but I did it.